So now let's talk about formulas, because I've talked a lot about soul and physical body and universe and the laws of the universe. Why? Because we are the stars and we can shine. We are all the planets that are surrounding the earth in the physical universe. We have those planets as people, because on the day you're born, special month you're born, a special year you're born, you have planets that are radiating its power upon you, and depending how close they are to earth or how far they are, you get imprinted. That imprint was known to astrologists of the past. Well, today we have modern society, the digital psychology of Sutsai. The science of Sutsai is the science that has been checked with thousands of cases and proven right. This is the science that has been accepted as science, not as an idea, in 181 countries of the world, including America. Right now, we have this science approved in Oxford system of education and Harvard system of education. The originator of the science, Zhenat Kozhemzharov, has established the presence of this science not only in all these countries but also in the educational system, because that science is important to learn. What Sutsai is about is to understand people from the distance before you even meet them, to see where those people are missing their opportunity to grow into productive, happy beings, and give them a very clear recommendation for how they could be growth-oriented, how they can find the work that they love, that their soul will sing about, and their mind would want to work 24/7 without being tired, that awakens all their senses and bring them to the whole different perspective. Why is it so important? Well, you can go to psychologists, and I'm one of them, but I'm a little different psychologist because I am learning alternative ways. The classical way of psychology is also useful for some people, for many people, but I've chosen to move beyond that because I have seen so much more results when you look at things from the authorship of your life. And how can you take the authorship of your life when you do not really know who you are, and you can only know that experientially? So usually it takes the whole life to understand who you love, who you don't love, why you love these people, why you don't love these people, to understand why you get angry, when you get happy. And when the time goes on, the faculties go out. So by the age of 90, you might be very wise. And some people are also very active, but not all. So if you know this saying that if the youth would know and if the old would be able to. This is Russian saying. I'm sure there is something like that in English as well. So when you understand that when you're young, you just don't have the wisdom, and when you're old, you just don't have enough power to do all that you want to do. Wouldn't that be wonderful if you know now, if you're wise now? And what are you wise about is how your God-given matrix, the date of birth, affects you. How are you imprinted from the natural forces of the sun and the earth and the other planets? How you are imprinted by your parents that give you the name, because they've chosen the name that also has the electricity in it. How that date of birth forms into understanding who you are, what's your personality, what your soul desires that come from that personality. The personality that comes from birth. You are not learning anything to be that. It's just there. There is, of course, an ego, and that ego is the the desires that come from other people. That house is much bigger, that car is much bigger, I should have just the same. And how come this person does that business, it looks like nothing and they have millions, I should do the same business? Not really, because you have a different profit orientation, you have a different mission in life. And what is the mission? Is what is God given to you to do. So it's not mystical, it's a very clear way of how you need to act to be successful, and what kind of university you could choose. And maybe you don't need the university at all. Maybe you go to Suicide Training Institute and you become a master of suicide like me. By the way, I am going for the next level in this university that is now able to do courses and give you a degree, bachelor, master, or PhD. So you could be a PhD in digital psychology. I, of course, have already 2 higher education, so why not? I might become a PhD, but that's not my inspiration. My inspiration is to know more, to go deeper into the human psychology in a simple way, in a cyclical way, in a wise way. So I don't have to wait until I'm 90 to understand my parents, my family, my husband, my children, my grandchildren, my neighbors, most importantly, my clients that come for that specific reason, to understand how things work in their life, what can they do better, and understand how I can conceive what is the good year to buy the business, what is the good day to sign the contract with the car dealership, and what is the day I should sit quietly and do my work, because if I don't work this day, the next day will not give me any material result. And by the way, if I'm working in the wrong place, the material result is not coming. It doesn't matter how much you work. And if you start something on a day that is about transformation, most likely it will fall apart. But do you know your day of transformation? Do you know what is the day to complete things? Do you know when to start? Maybe not. If you don't, I have a solution for you.